Did you know that by the time a B2B buyer contacts you, they've already gotten 60% of the way through their decision process? They're doing research all by themselves without consulting you in the early and mid stages. Now, in the olden days, B2B brands controlled the information and their brand message. Buyers had little choice but to pick up the phone and have a rep visit them so that they can determine the best solutions for their problems. So this allowed for relationships and bonds to form in the early discovery phases. Today, the tables have turned and buyers do most of their discovery and research solo, using things like your website, articles about you, and your LinkedIn account to glean as much information as they can on their own. But there's a big problem with this scenario. And in this video, I'm going to outline the 3 big reasons that B2B buyers are looking at you and not calling. The typical B2B experience is boring, outdated, and lacking in the information they want. Typical articles are little more than self-aggrandizing press releases written by the companies themselves. And the typical B2B LinkedIn profile looks like it was created as an afterthought with no value or purpose. I get it. The thinking is give them just enough info so that they know you exist, but they still have to call to get the real juicy stuff. This just annoys people. It may sound counterintuitive, but if you provided the information and the experience they wanted, they would be more inclined to contact you and your sales team. Your prospects are doing the research to find the solutions they need, all the while making mental notes of the possible contenders for their business. It's not enough to be the better choice and hope you get the chance to prove it. You have to make them see it and feel it on their own. So here are the 3 main reasons they're probably not feeling it. Number 1, you're not exciting them. By the time they reach your site, they've already read a dozen other sites written with the exact same hyperbole. We pride ourselves on outstanding customer service. Our reliability is unparalleled in our industry. With decades of experience on our side, no one can match our quality. Sound familiar? Imagine the impression you would make on a buyer who's already looked at and forgotten a handful of your competitors. If your website provided information that was less about you and more about the solutions to their problems, they probably remember that. And number 2, you're not engaging them. Their website visit is just the first step. Most B2B buyers will visit a website once, read for a bit, and leave without any fanfare. But with a bit of effort and ingenuity, you can engage with your visitors so that they subscribe or opt in or download a report or a white paper. In other words, they identify themselves and they give you permission to remain in contact with them if you offer something of high value in return. And finally, number 3, you're not nurturing them. Now, obviously, there are already contacts and prospects that you've identified and may have worked with in the past. But none of that guarantees they'll choose you next time or anytime. The work continues to keep them engaged over time and nurture this relationship from a person of interest to a client or a customer. Most companies use their website as a passive reference tool. But when you map out a customer journey from first visit to ongoing content, you have a proactive tool that continually creates leads and clients. At FuelBlue, I'm working with technical B2B companies like yours to accomplish that and to make sure that you can get over these hurdles with ease. It takes effort and it takes thought, but I invite you to contact me to discuss how we can do it together.